All right, it is like the first week of May, and me and my dad are gonna go run some bank poles, see if we can catch any catfish. My boat, it's a 14-foot extra wide, extra deep John boat. It's got a 15-horse Evinrude motor on it. I use this a lot, deer hunting, getting places on the lake. Anyway, here's the bank poles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah!
We're gonna drive up there and get the bait, which is aerating, and this moment right now where we got this down by the river.
Hi,
Grandpa's on his way down.
Hi, people.
Hope's coming with me, and we're about to stick the boat in the river, and we're about to have an adventure. There's no telling what's gonna happen on our adventure.
Hello, peoples.
Love it.
Hi,
Love it.
peoples. Bye, peoples.
But I'm gonna get my boots on first, actually. And that's why we keep the cameras running. So we put the boat in at a spillway, and my dad is super nervous that the motor's gonna die and we're gonna go over the spillway, so he grabs the paddle.
Brian, I wanted to have some defense.
Okay.
I trust you, I just wanted some backup.
Yes, so we don't go over the waterfall?
Yes.
We should check out where the Amish
So my dad's not done getting nervous yet. He's afraid of me hitting some stumps going fast here.
Feels like you're in the little river. You know there's any stumps in here.
Grandpa.
Come on, have you already been up here?
Check out.
There's number one. Bye-bye, number one.
Bye, 50.
That's the perfect angle. Bury next to that sack. Okay, that's good. Now you want to check that and see how deep it is.
Let it go and see what it does.
Pretty good. Now how deep is the water right here? That's a good question. Oh, I can't touch the bottom. What about over here? Oh yeah, that's deep. That's good. Screw it.
Look at that big log jam, folks. So in case you guys didn't notice, what you do is
There's no willow.
keep the motor idled up, revved up a little bit, and just kind of ram against the bank, and it keeps you perfectly put in. So to me, what I'm looking for is, I know that it's really deep right here.
So you don't even need to check the depth?
Nah. And we have a big, huge log jam. Those fish are gonna be, if they're here, they're gonna be laying underneath this log jam. And at night, they're gonna come out and look for bait on the edges is the plan. So you can also just like see these overhanging maple branches. You can just hang a fishing line to the branch. The branch has enough flex to absorb and not let the hook rip out. Just the same principle as the bank pole does. You won't do good, I don't think, as good if you just tie it to the trunk of the tree. You need something with flex in it. But this would be called a limb line if you did that. But anyhow.
Like, why that weed, baby?
So we're gonna put another one right across from this log pile. Alright guys, we are gonna look for calm areas, eddies, log jams, anything like that. We're not gonna film setting the rest of the bank poles. We will get back with you when we start checking them. So if you have any questions, let me know below. Here's the motor. We are on a small river system that feeds into a big lake. And we do have some bluegills not touched or eaten, which tells me it's a little early, but it's not. I mean, we got channels, and it is May 9th, I believe. A lot of people talk about flathead is so much better than channel, and while I would agree, you can still prepare channel so it's excellent with no gamey taste. All right, let's go check the rest of the bank poles. It's kind of jerky. If it buries and the whole tip goes in the water, it's a flathead. Yeah, it's a channel. See how it's real jerky? Careful. Little channel. That's all right. He'll eat good. All over here, didn't we? We got these two little guys. This one's a couple pounds. These are both a couple pounds. Good grief. I think I held a fish before in my life. This one here, he's pretty good size. This channel is cool. He's all speckled all the way down. All right, so I want to show you the different kind of bank poles we're using. I got some that I'd call like heavy duty, big time. I made these in a video. I'll put a link below. What I've got is a piece of rebar that goes up to about, I think it goes up to about here. So it's like a 3-foot piece of rebar. I've drilled through the rebar, and I've got a bolt holding the rebar to the PVC pipe. And also, then I've got this like tarred braided line, and it wraps around that bolt and hose clamps to it. So even if the PVC pipe breaks, the line is actually tied to the rebar, so it's not going to get away. Anyway, these are about 5 foot long total, and you can see I just come around, wrap it around the end, and I put a little cap on there so we can hit it with a hammer, and I've got reflective tape. Reflective tape is key for these bank poles, because if you're trying to find and collect your bank poles, you're going to want to do it when it's still dark outside, ideally, or even this condition. You can hit that with a flashlight and it'll glow. And anyway, then you come down with the line, and this is overkill. I don't know if I do this again, but these bank poles are going to last me forever without getting frayed and messed up. But what I've got is a weight, and it goes to a big heavy duty swivel. And I've actually got a cable that I crimped up. And I've got different kind of hooks. These are like big giant monster J hooks. But I've actually had, I'll show you here. See those things? They work. They're solid. That's why I like them. They ain't breaking. But I've also had probably better luck with like big circle hooks. Or like a offset circle, octopus, something like that. But these are supposed to catch the fish better. We did have a few empty hooks with no bluegill or no catfish left. So, and these bank poles are the first kind we ever made. Super simple. It's literally a 5-foot piece of 1/2-inch PVC pipe. And you can see on the end here, it's just like a piece of clothes hanger or something, and we tied the line on there, wrote our name on there with magic marker. We still have the reflective tape. That's very important. But the idea is you put them in at a 45-degree angle, so that, and you only put them in that deep. When the fish gets on there, he's going to bend it in half, and he's not trying to pull the bank pole straight out of the water. He's trying to bend the bank pole in half, and it's not going to pull out. Now, if you had it like parallel and he's pulling away with it, maybe he could pull it out of the bank. But since it's at the 45 and it's just bending in half and putting more pressure here. Anyway, we're gonna get the boat in, and I think go inside and eat breakfast and clean these fish.
Here.
without breaking our backs.
Here.
These things are cold. They've been on ice. That's good.
Comment down below if you would rather be a fish than a human. My vote is a human.
So it seems like sometimes it works best if you start back behind this top fin here, cut down sideways. Basically, you're avoiding that rib cage. The best way to fillet it is how I just did it, like start behind the ribs, go all the way down, fillet it off, and then come back and get this part of, you call it the back strap, almost above the...
Not even the belly meat? No, we're not counting that. Oh, why? Because he's fat?
So see, you get this little tube. This little tube right here.
Is that meat?
So I like to trim off any of the red skin that's on the back side. It tastes fishy or gamey. So, and also what I do is to make that easier, I go right down the middle. It's like a spot where the meat like naturally splits there anyway. Then I fillet this red meat off. Or a majority of it, you don't have to get it all. And that's why I really like bigger catfish better. Because I'm taking all this crap meat off there anyway. And it's easier work and you get more meat.
Today's video was hosted May 11th.
It's much more important that you spend quality time and have that relationship with your kids than if you maybe catch a few more fish. What's really gonna matter? Are you gonna remember those few extra fish you caught, or are you gonna remember a lifetime of memories with your kids?
You wouldn't be happy if I left you in bed, would you?
I woke her up this morning at 4:10 a.m. She was all cozy in bed. It was dark outside. And I said, "Do you want to come check the bank poles with me, sweetie?" She got right out of bed. That's my girl.